Welcome back to All Things Baltimore. Thank you, K. Sal. Listen, we're getting ready to wrap, but before we do, this young lady also was a blessing to us for our holiday special. Her name is Keyla Richardson. Keyla, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me.
Listen, first off, congratulations on your debut single. It is awesome, and you know I already told you you got a nickname, and when it catches on, you just remember where you got it from. Okay?
Yes, sir.
I told her that she is the female Kalante Gavin, and not to measure her by somebody else, but it was because of the impact of her song. That's the impact it had on me. The same, I've experienced the same impact when I heard Kalante with "This Ain't No Ordinary."
Yes, sir.
You know, so congratulations to
Thank
you on
you
that new
so
single.
much.
How did all of that come about?
The single, we was in the studio one day, and I was, laying some other songs down, and we came across a song. The producer, Sean Keys out of New Orleans, he was like, "I want you to hear this song, cause I want you to hear this song, Keyla." Yeah, Sean Keys. Yeah, shout out to Sean. But he let us hear the song, and when I heard it, I was like, "Oh yeah, that's me." So when I heard, I was like, "Well, Uncle G, I want to record this song." And before you knew it, we got back in the studio and we laid it down.
Now, of course, Uncle G is her manager, as well as she's on the label with Uncle G.
Yes,
but let's go back. Where did Keyla come from?
Well, Keyla is, she's a praise and worship leader out of Pensacola, Florida. I'm a young single mother. Just growing up in the church all my life, I've been doing praise and worship. I say for probably about 10 plus years now. And God allowed me to have an awesome platform on BT Sunday Best.
How did that come about?
BT Sunday Best back in February, I believe it was January or February. I had family and friends to tag me in a post on Facebook saying that BT Sunday Best was returning. And so just going through a hard time in my life back in February, I had a major breakdown and just depression took over and suicidal thoughts and all of this stuff, and just was ready to throw in the towel. And so getting up every day looking at my son, being a young single mother, it was like, it gave me a little bit of hope. It was like, well, Keyla, you got to do something. I said, well, God, I'm going to do this. It's going to be my last chance, my last try. And so when I did it, I submitted my video, and then I got a phone call to come to Atlanta. Come to Atlanta for auditions. Yeah,
okay.
I went to Atlanta for auditions. I did I submitted my video, went to Atlanta for auditions, and then got a yes from the producers. So I had to wait for a phone call that took about a month because I counted. I was like, okay, I got a yes from the producers, so we was just hoping and praying, and they gave me a phone call back, and that's when I went back to Atlanta to be a part of the top 20.
So now all of this starts happening. It starts falling in place. It starts coming together. And what's going on inside of Keyla? She's realizing, oh my God, this is really happening.
To be honest, I'll be honest. I just couldn't believe it. And it was like, well, God, am I ready for this? Like, am I ready? Like, he just did it out of nowhere. And God, he just works in mysterious ways because I promise you, like I said, I was just ready to throw in the towel. And just for that to happen, God is amazing, man. Yeah. He works in mysterious ways.
And you're a millennial, obviously.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so for you, of course, you're coming up during a different time than some of us older folk are used to.
Right.
Social media is, that's your brand.
Yes, sir.
So what do you see now on the horizon for you with this music? Now that God has opened up this wonderful door, Paul talks about so great a door that has been opened before me. What do you see now in this door that's being opened up for you?
I see so many more doors opening up for me. I see God taking me places that I can't even imagine. Just simply being in the right posture to receive that. That's very important, to be in the right posture, to have the right mindset and the right heart, and to serve God for real. And so I definitely believe there's more doors that's going to open. I definitely believe that this is just the beginning for me.
What is your message to millennials?
My message is to, whatever you're pursuing, to stay consistent and stay prayed up and stay working hard at it. Don't quit, don't give up, because your miracle, your blessing can be right around the corner.
Right around the corner.
Right around the corner.
What role does God play in that whole equation?
He's a good father to me.
Yeah.
He's a good father. So he did it for me. He can definitely do it for the next person.
So now the single, you've been so good. When is the project going to be completed? Have you started working on the complete project yet? Where are you at now?
Well, we've laid a couple songs down. Like I said, I only have my single out right now, but we definitely plan on getting in the studio to lay some more songs down. We got something laid, so definitely stay tuned.
Well, you know, Derek would he dropped a nugget for some folk out there. He told them to say, you know, one of the things he did in the beginning was submit songs. He wrote songs. He wasn't an artist. He was a writer.
Right.
And so since Keyla's looking to finish her project, she probably would entertain some music. So you ought to send some songs to her, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to get your social media blown up now.
Okay.
How,
Yes,
how
sir.
can they reach you?
Y'all can reach me on my Facebook. It's Keyla Richardson, and then my Instagram and my Twitter is keymusic_.
Now, you're traveling around the country. You're getting a chance to introduce yourself as well as your gift to audiences everywhere. How do you handle and balance the mother piece while doing all this traveling?
Oh man, oftentimes when I'm traveling, I always miss my baby boy because we have an attachment. It's like I feel like, you know, God gave me him for a reason. Just going through what I was going through and dealing with what I was dealing with. I try to balance it out. You know, whenever I'm at home, we do little stuff like we go to the zoo. We go to.
So who's your support system to help you when you're gone?
My support system is definitely my parents. They're a major help.
So they're there.
Yeah, they're definitely there. So he doesn't miss him. He doesn't miss a beat.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. So what do you see on the horizon for you? What do you see in your spirit that God is taking you toward? What do you see down the road?
Like I said, I see just God taking me to places I never, you know, seen before, like taking me to nations. I see that God is going to do a great work through me, and I'm ready.
And at the end of the day, when people hear and see Keyla, what would you pray that they would walk away feeling or receiving from you?
Oftentimes, I always pray to God, say, God, whenever I sing, whenever I open up my mouth, let people be healed. Let people be set free. Let people be delivered. I don't want people to leave the same way they came. And so every day I'm striving. Every day I'm trying to perfect my relationship with God so I can be effective in that area.
That's great. Well, I'll tell you one thing. So far, you're off to a good start because your
so
music
much.
is very effective. It's touching hearts, minds, and souls around the country, starting with this one.
Yes, sir.
So I just applaud and congratulate you and encourage you to continue to be a shining light, particularly in your peer group, because as more millennials are seen traveling in the way, it may encourage others to embrace the same walk.
Yes, sir, absolutely.
All right. God bless you. And come
Thank
back and
you
see
so
us
much.
again.
I will.
But listen, when you come into your kingdom, don't forget me, okay?
I'm not. Don't you forget me now.
All right. There you go. That'll
Yes,
work.
sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Listen, and don't you forget to join us next week for All Things Baltimore at 5 o'clock on my TV 24. God bless you. I love you with the love of Christ. But the good news is that Jesus loves you more. We'll see you next week.